Here are some disclaimers. Please read them. I hate to sound dramatic, but life is a sick joke. At least where I grew up. We were told to go to school and study so we could have a better future than the last generation. And sure, that plan sounded good on paper. But that plan assumed that there was a future to prepare for. Mr. Delgado, your apes are in our possession until you join our company. If you do not respond in 12 hours, we will sell them to the highest bidder. Our NFTs are environmentally friendly. Why does this game have NFTs? As we plant one tree for every transaction on our marketplace, help us make tomorrow green and amazing. We are looking forward to your response. Yours truly, Hype Jungle NFT. Look, I'm not a fan of doomerism. Things are screwed lately. Like, really screwed. I'm not even the worst off compared to a lot of other folks my age. Not many late millennials or millennials, period, have anything resembling a savings account. So, that doesn't really make me feel better. Hi, Mr. Santiago, you are perfect program for me. Do not be left behind when Web3 takeover happens. Direct Ethereum to your wallet. Please message back TY fastdosh. I can survive this with my pride intact. Hopefully. Hi, Delgado. Congratulations. You have been selected for an interview because your profile is what we need at our company. We are the crypto platform of the future. Oh God, why do you get so many spam mails? Please send your social security number and ID to apply. You have 24 hours to respond or we will write a negative review on your page. Best regards, John, CEO. I am not desperate enough for these scams to even sound remotely appealing. I can do better than this. The strip mall isn't too busy at the moment. A few other folks go in and out of shops while minding their own business. Quickly passing me by. I'm on my way to pick up a few things myself, so there's a short-term alternative I can look into to get me by a little bit longer. The only reason I hadn't started on the unemployment application yet was because I couldn't bring myself to get out of bed until the evening. They're probably closed on Sundays, but I could check the hours on my way to the grocery store. The application will take a few days to process anyway, so if I donate plasma, I won't need to be completely frugal with.
What?
I could have sworn they were open the last time I walked by. But that sign says, closed for renovations. Great. Just great. There goes my plan of doing plasma donations on top of getting unemployment. The place is closed. When the hell did they close? What do they even need renovations for? The place looks fine to me. Okay. Calm down, Santi. It's not the end of the world. Let's just think about what money is gonna look like. Rent, electricity, internet, cell service, then my car loan. Student loan, payments starting to back up too. I can adjust how much I pay for my medical debts. What else? Auto insurance? I have my healthcare plan for a little while longer, but then I'll have to. It shouldn't take that long for unemployment to kick in, but. And in the worst case scenario, I can coast on my savings for a few months and then.
Ugh.
God, that would set my transition plans back. Ugh. Now? Full times? Why? I squeeze the fist in my pocket and bite my lip. I don't need a rubbernecker watching me on the verge of a panic attack.
That guy is definitely checking me out. Oh God, is he a chaser?
What do you mean by a chaser? Don't look. Don't acknowledge him. Don't breathe in his direction. No sun movements. No interactions besides seeing me yet. Just walk away like nothing happened.
Hey there. If you were thinking about donating, they closed for renovations yesterday.
Huh?
They did. God Damn it! Why couldn't this guy have driven off after putting his shopping bags away like everyone else does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a friend of mine told me that a couple of his buddies were getting shifted around to some other locations. That's inconvenient, I guess. Please leave me alone. Please. Please.
Ah,
A bit. Though the least they could have done is list the addresses of the other nearby facilities. Yeah.
hey.
Are you in a rush to go somewhere?
You can relax, by the way. I'm just like you.
Excuse me?
He glances at the sparse crowd around us before pointing at a certain pin on my jacket.
You know, like how we're both short kings.
That has got to be the worst pickup line I've ever heard. I can't believe he said that with a straight face. At least, as far as I can tell. I can't see behind that mask. But if he was trying to get me to stop thinking about running away, then it worked. It's probably the most cringe way of acknowledging my flag pin. I take a better look at him. His man bun is somehow both beautifully well cared for and unkempt at the same time. I can't say that the mask and sunglasses combo is helping him much. I think he was on his way to rob a bank if he wasn't wearing such a flashy jacket. So, his shirt open? Is he trying to stand out or blend in? It's not exactly warm tonight. Apologize for approaching you so suddenly. I just wanted to make sure you weren't lost or anything. I'll be fine. Thanks. Is that me or him? I shoulda get going. Damn it, of all the times for my stomach to be this noisy. Would you like to get a bite to eat over there? He gestures towards the Flying Phoenix, a Chinese restaurant I order takeout from sometimes, and raises his eyebrows. He'll be my treat. Oh, and you can call me Matt, by the way. I'd really rather prefer to wither away on the spot, but, I guess I can't say no to free food. After you, then. Matt tells the waiter that he wants his usual place at the bar, and after we show them our ID cards and take off our jackets, we're seated rather quickly. Have you ever been here before? I've only ever ordered takeout from Flying Phoenix, so technically...
Oh?
That's a shame. You've been missing out on the atmosphere. Why don't we fix that tonight? Now that I'm sitting closer to Matt, his cologne smells like pina colada, or something tropical and fruity. It's a bit strong, but definitely not unpleasant, probably to hide the fact that he smells like blood. His whole outfit is also perfectly tailored too. Maybe he's some kind of influencer, though that doesn't explain...
You don't really look like a Matt to me.
You're not wrong. I got tired of hearing people put the wrong emphasis on the syllables when saying Matikas, though.
Fair. But Matikas fits your image a little better.
It does, yes. And how about you? What should I call you?
I pause, casting a sideways glance his way. He's way too friendly to someone he just met.
Santiago.
Santiago, Nice name. It's a pleasure to meet you, Santi.
Yep, too friendly and casual. I open my mouth to respond, but I catch one of the waiters walking towards us. Matikas! I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been? I don't know if I'm butchering his name. I hope to God I'm not.
Hey.
Long time no see, Tom. I've been busy with things. You know how it gets. You still need to tell me about your skincare routine, boy. I can't tell you all my secrets, can I? Oh, who's your friend here? Don't think I know him. His name is Santiago. I'm treating him to dinner tonight, since he's a bit stressed out. Let's get you started on drinks then. What'll it be? I'll have my usual, and bring us a pot of tea. I'll order... Ooh, beer, tea, water. Beer for me, please. Are the imported beers any good? We wouldn't bother importing them if they weren't. Fair point. Which one do you recommend? The waiter points at one of the unfamiliar names on the back of the menu. Queen Pot is the most popular one. It has a slight honey aftertaste that people can't get enough of. It's very easy to drink and pairs well with our rice dishes. I'll go ahead and have that then. One jasmine tea and a beer coming right up. I notice Matikas watching me out of the corner of his eyes, but he doesn't say much. The waiter disappears into the back, leaving us by ourselves again. So, what was the real reason you approached me? I did say, didn't I? Because I'm a bit stressed out? Well, am I wrong? No, but that's not the point. Here's your drinks. Damn, that was fast. The waiter sets down a small teapot and a teacup, 2 glasses of water, and then an amber beer bottle whose label I can't read. Ready for your order, sir? I need a moment to look through the menu. Matikas, did you want us to bring out your food together? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. I'll be back, boys. We both watch him leave again. I pull my mask off and stuff it into my jacket before popping the cap off the bottle. I take a quick swig. The beer is ridiculously smooth with moderate carbonation, and I could only describe the flavor profile as bittersweet. No wonder the brand is popular. So, as I was saying, you're way too forward. Most people don't treat complete strangers out to dinner unless they're trying to get something for them. Do you think either of us are like most people? You're acting super friendly with someone whose name you only got a minute ago. You realize how sus that is, right? He simply shrugs. If you're sure that you don't want to have dinner with me, you can just walk right out now.
Huh?
Wouldn't it look bad for you if I left now? Another shrug, this time with a chuckle. It wouldn't be the first time anyone got stood up. What the hell do you want from me? Listen, Santi, say and think of me what you will. Have you eaten anything at all today? What's that have got to do with... You should look through the menu. Fine, I guess you win. For now. I adjust my glasses and flip back to the beginning of the menu. I've always skipped over the more expensive items whenever ordering takeout, but if I don't have to pay... Said you're covering my tab? Cross my heart and hope to die. Then I'll order one of everything. Maybe save it for the next time you come back. In all seriousness, I really don't know what to get though. Are you ready to order, sir? Huh, they're fast with service tonight. Last time I was at a restaurant before the pandemic, I could have sworn they let you starve so you'd end up ordering more. I guess I'll have... I flipped through the menu one last time, narrowing my choices down to a small handful to pick from. Okay, not the shrimp. Garlic chicken sounds good, but the Hunan lamb. Ooh, I don't even know how that's cooked. Garlic chicken is a safe choice. The lamb is interesting. I'm gonna go with the lamb. Lamb is typically a safe choice. How large of a portion is the Hunan lamb? Most people take home the leftovers. I'll go ahead and have that on brown rice then. The waiter takes down my order and disappears into the kitchen again. Afterwards, Matikas takes his time to pour his tea. I love their tea here. Most restaurants in the US don't bother serving loose leaf these days. He removes his mask, and for the first time I see the rest of his face. I hate to admit it, but he's, I pry my eyes away. Just because someone's hot doesn't mean they get a free pass.
So, what brought you out tonight?
I take another sip of my beer before running a hand through my hair. Ah, screw it. No point in treating this like a secret. What's the worst that could happen if he knows?
I got laid off today.
Matikas picks up his tea, raising it near his face. He doesn't take a sip.
My condolences.
I mean, you asked.
I'm a programmer. Was, at least. Just a mid-level software engineer. Nothing prestigious. I'm not interested in managing folks, so I don't try to climb the ladder.
Easier to stay somewhere in the middle and not stick out like a sore thumb. The extra responsibilities on top of taking the blame for someone else's mistakes never really appealed to me.
He hums, nodding his head.
I think I can understand that.
I was in charge of untangling the spaghetti and writing documentation for the other members of the team, but they never really gave me the time of day. There's maybe only one person from another department who would give a rat's ass about me, but she's on vacation at the moment, so I'm not sure if she got hit too. Anyways, we knew the layoffs were coming for us, but there wasn't much rhyme or reason as to who they chose. Every department was hit at every level. Senior managers, tenured staff, no one was safe. I think around 30% of the company was let go.
Jesus Christ.
Surely you had offers elsewhere.
I can't help but bark a laugh at that.
Get a job in STEM, they said. There's so much job security in tech, they said.
That gets a small chuckle out of Matikas. I take one more sip of beer before I continue. I'm starting to think that the beer was a good choice here.
So yeah, I've had plenty of offers, but I couldn't find another company I liked.
Meaning?
Ugh.
I'll just show you and you can see for yourself. I whip out my phone and pull up a small sampling of recruiter emails I got from my HustleNet profile. Matikas peers up at the screen, pursing its lips.
Oh.
Yeah.
The tech industry is it's going to hell because CEOs love these scams. I like to pretend that I still have a tiny shred of dignity left in me.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect a man who holds fast to his principles.
Thank you.
I guess. Not sure if it really matters, though. I sigh, leaning back in the chair. I got depressed when I read the email and just stared at the ceiling all day. Eventually, I wanted to get something to eat, but didn't have anything fresh to really cook with back in my apartment. So I was on my way to pick up a few groceries at the store and then thought I'd check out the plasma donation center. Figured it was something I could do on the side while job hunting. And well, the rest is history. I see. Matikas looks off into the distance, seemingly lost in thought. What does the severance package look like? Miserable. It's a week of pay for each fiscal year, and the health insurance won't last long either. I was only there for 3.5 years, even relocated for this damn job.
Oh.
You're still quite young, aren't you? I catch him trying to size me up again. Heh, by whose standards? And FYI, it's not uncommon for folks to bounce from company to company to get a higher salary. Thanks for waiting. The waiter exits the kitchen with a small tray in hand, presumably with our food. Large order of bled tofu soup and a Hunan lamb on brown rice, yes? He sets down our respective orders in front of us, along with a pair of chopsticks and a spoon for Matikas and a fork for me. And how are we going on drinks? I take a swig of beer and hold the bottle in my hand, sloshing what's left of it inside. I'm good. Can I get another? I'm gonna need it. Can I get another beer? Same one as this? Coming right up. He disappears briefly and reappears with an identical amber bottle, setting it down in front of me. The waiter spins on his heels and leaves us again. I should have asked for a pair of chopsticks too, but a fork is serviceable for now. Now that looks decadent.
Yeah.
No kidding. I can't remember the last time I had something nice like this. I dig into my lamb and take a bite. It's probably a combination of it being fresh from the kitchen and my self-inflicted fasting, but this is the most delicious meal I've ever had. Trying not to inhale my food in front of Matikas is a lost cause at this point.
Somehow I knew you were grumpy because you hadn't eaten anything.
Screw you, man. I roll my eyes as I swallow, then point at his bowl with my fork.
I've never seen tofu that deep of a red color before. The waiter called it blood tofu or something?
Depending on who you ask, it's also called blood jelly.
Huh.
Those are two completely different types of food. So what is it, tofu or jelly? Matikas pauses briefly, studying my face. Contrary to the name, it's just congealed animal blood that's been boiled. I watch him idly swish around some of the green onions floating in the broth with his chopsticks. They make theirs with pork blood, though sometimes you'll find varieties made with duck blood. Does that even taste good? Matikas gingerly picks up one of the pale red slices and nibbles on it. It tends to absorb other flavors if cooked in a broth like this. On its own, it's a bit mild, slightly metallic. It's an acquired taste, but I enjoy it. He nonchalantly holds out the piece he was eating towards me. Would you like to try some?
Huh?
You know what? I'll try anything once, I guess. I actually like it. It's actually quite rare for me to have this. It's very soft in texture, kind of like soft tofu. It's got a slight bite to it, which I do enjoy. And yeah, I just like it because it's just the idea of just like eating blood just kind of appeals to me. Don't look at me that way. I know what you're thinking. No, stop it. No, we're not making that a thing. You guys have made too many things a thing. Vampire Lion is not going to be a thing. Maybe on Halloween, though. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try anything once, I guess. That's the spirit. I sit there dumbly as he sets the piece he was eating in my bowl. Careful. It's still hot. I look back at Matikas blankly, and all he does is pick up another piece of blood tofu to nibble on it innocently, as if this is a completely normal behavior for two strangers who just met. He really expects me to just eat the piece he gave me, doesn't he? Well, okay then. I slowly pierce in my fork. It's firmer than I thought it'd be. When it touches my tongue, I'm met with a mellow, yet rich flavor.
Huh.
That's not bad at all. Isn't it? It's very rich in iron, zinc, and B12. But most folks who didn't grow up with this style of cuisine will turn their nose up at it. That's kind of a shame, honestly. I gently blow on the rest of the blood tofu on my fork before finishing it. Our conversation slows down as we resume eating. I take a few more sips on my drink between bites while watching Matikas, who's taking his time on his food. He only takes small bites, and not once has he touched the spoon for his soup, or actually drunk any of his tea. So what do you do for a living? Matikas sets his chopsticks down and smiles at me. Most people would say that I'm something of a personal chef.
Huh?
Seriously? A chef? I look him up and down once more. Maybe he does fat diets and records himself cooking for his channel? I can see him promoting keto or paleo with the way he dresses, but he's pretty picky. He's pushed all the green onions in his bowl to the side so far. He was pretty knowledgeable about the nutrition benefits of blood tofu as well. I just can't figure this guy out. I like to think of myself more as an independent researcher, however.
Huh.
You don't dress like either of those things. I wasn't aware I needed to dress the part during my leisure hours. We pause to go back to eating. I take one final sip of my beer, tipping the bottle higher to get the final drop. I'm all out. I might suggest that you drink some more plain water from here. That's easy. Watch this. To demonstrate, I grab my glass of water and attempt to chug the entire thing down, spilling a non-zero amount of it on my chin in the process. Let's get you some more of that. Anyways, I think you should stop there for the night. That sounds like a good idea. Here, drink slowly this time. He gently places his untouched glass near my bowl, and I pick it up slowly with both hands as if it's something precious.
Thank you.
We resume eating soon after, but I slow down my bites as I can feel the meal settling my stomach. So, what are you researching then? Matikas carefully picks up another slice of blood tofu from his bowl. Holistic nutrition, folk medicine, understudied diseases, and the like. Some might call it unscientific, but I think ancient medicinal practices still have a place in modern society. After all, the ongoing trend of superfoods from non-Western civilizations being rediscovered is rather disrespectful, to put it politely.
Huh.
I honestly didn't expect to hear that kind of perspective from you. I think the moral of this evening is that assuming things about other people often leads to rash and unfounded judgments. He laughs without a hint of malice, but I feel guilty nonetheless. Look, I'm really sorry. I've just been through a lot lately. I completely understand. A healthy amount of awareness is important to self-preservation, after all. I'm a little over halfway done with my dish, but I definitely won't be able to finish this. That'd be time to ask for the check. Easily done. He flags down our waiter from the kitchen, then turns back to me.
Santiago.
What are your plans after this? Oh, come on. You can't just ask me like I have an actual answer.
Oh?
What does the fake answer look like?
Ugh.
Gee, I know. Get one of those big fancy checks for $1 million and never work another day at a crappy office job ever again? Retire early? Let's toss in a good night's rest too for shits and giggles. I see. Matikas eats the final slice of blood tofu from his bowl, staring pensively into the soup. It would be rather convenient if that could happen, wouldn't it? Too bad it's never that easy. We both look up as our waiter approaches. Yet here's a take-up box to go for the kind gentleman.
Thank you.
I take the takeout container from him and start putting my leftovers in there, careful not to let the lamb sauce fall on the outside. The waiter hands the checkbook to Matikas before walking back into the kitchen. I watch as he opens his wallet to take out several large bills, closing the book with another glance. Are you ready to go? As ready as I'll ever be. The both of us put our masks and jackets on before pushing our chairs back to grab our things. Matikas keeps a respectful distance as we exit the restaurant, though I feel like he wants to get closer to me. I shiver a bit when the cool air outside hits me like a brick wall. Matikas, on the other hand, is completely unfazed. I'll walk you to your car. Oh, I actually walked here from my place since it's not that far. I, appreciate the offer.
Oh?
Is that so? He steps back, looking me over for the nth time tonight, like he's searching for something. Well, dinner was nice. Time for me to go shopping and then back to my dingy little apartment so I can clean up all my junk mail and dishes and everything else I let pile up. And then wake up and do that unemployment application and keep sifting through job offers. It's gonna be so much fun. Sorry, I know I need to suck it up and keep my head down. But it's so much work and I'm tired. I just need a break from it all. I don't even remember the last time I went on a real vacation. Screw it. I don't want to go home.
Santiago.
He steps towards me.
You're under no obligation to accept, but the night is young, and our brief time together doesn't have to end here. Would you like to spend the night at my place instead?
What?
I have a spare bedroom you can sleep in. I think a change of environment, even if just for a single night, might help you find your bearings. Just an offer, of course. Don't feel compelled to say yes. This time, I meet his eyes. Is this guy for real? Does he know what he's saying? Screw it. It's not like I have much to lose at this point. I could probably fight him off if he tries anything funny. I guess I don't really have anything better to do right now. Matikas leads me to his car. a fancy and sleek hybrid sedan with tinted windows, and opens the door for me. Leather seats? For real? The interior is immaculately clean too. The ride is ridiculously smooth and scenic as he drives into the suburbs. Thankfully, we pass by the homeowners association and into an area with enough privacy between houses without each place looking like an eyesore. I think he tries to make small talk with me, asking me if the temperature is okay or not. I don't remember what I say. Worst come to worst, I need to know where he's taking me, so I just gaze out the window for the majority of my trip. I really hate to say it, but this situation feels more comfortable than it ought to be. Eventually, he pulls up to a driveway and parks. We both get out of the car at the same time. Matikas grabs a few shopping bags from the back of his trunk, then leads me to his house. The front door opens up into a hallway, leading to a spacious kitchen and living room that's already half as big as my studio apartment. His sense of decor isn't what I expected, though it certainly matches his cologne. You live here by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I quite enjoy my privacy, though I do entertain a guest or two every so often. He places his grocery bags into the refrigerator before rummaging around its shelves. May I offer you a drink? I could do you a Shirley Temple or perhaps a Roy Rogers. Urgent cocktails? Please imagine there are bottles of cleaning chemicals here. Oh man, I know that the game is incomplete, man. At the same time, it's like seeing this text pop up is just so hilarious for me. Also, God, my hands are so bright. Jesus Christ. I'll be fine.
Oh.
Would you like a plain soda instead? Sure, if you insist, I guess. Why don't you make yourself comfortable in the living room and I'll bring it out for you? I oblige cautiously without another word, walking towards the opposite side of the room. A huge bookshelf full of assorted media nearly covers the entirety of one wall. The books seem to be a combination of fiction and non-fiction titles, ranging from academic journals on chronic health conditions to classic poetry anthologies. I slide one such anthology off the shelf and flip it open to the glamour. I put it back on the shelf and glance at the other shelves, finding a few horror movie DVDs and physical copies of video games, plenty of side-scrolling platformers with action-adventure series in the mix. These are all... Here you go, Santiago. Matikas re-enters my field of vision, a glass half filled with crushed ice in one hand and an unopened can of Italian blood orange soda in the other. The soda is already cold, in case you didn't want the cup. I thought I'd offer the ice, just in case. I don't take either items out of his hands. We stand there awkwardly, staring at each other.
Oh?
Is something the matter? Did I do something to offend you?
I knew it! I knew something was off about all this.
Matikas furrows his eyebrows at me, noting the shift in my mood. What do you mean?
You know, you're one of the only other people who's still wearing a mask these days. Did you really think I wouldn't piece things together after getting this far? I've been watching your every move, just like you've been watching mine.
Also, the music is too loud for the voices. I'm gonna need to roll back, lower the music volume just so that y'all can actually hear what's going on.
Oh?
Is something the matter? Did I do something to offend you?
I knew it! I knew something was off about all this.
Matikas furrows his eyebrows at me, noting the shift in my mood. What do you mean?
You know, you're one of the only other people who's still wearing a mask these days. Did you really think I wouldn't piece things together after getting this far? I've been watching your every move, just like you've been watching mine.
And what might you be implying?
I know what you are.
Then say it. Out loud.
Gay! You're a serial killer, you're a vampire. You're a gamer! Wait, I need to make a save. Holy frick, you're a gamer. Oh no, you're a gamer.
You're a gamer. Like, capital capital G gamer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, holy frick, look at all this gear. How much did you spend on this whole section right here? Are these all the games you have? You have a bunch of collector's editions here. Wait, don't tell me. You're a VTuber. What agency are you signed on to? Your gimmick has to be the gap movie between your sense of fashion and your house. That open shirt isn't very size of you, though. Honestly, don't you get cold? Matikas stands there, unmoving, muttering under his breath. Say so. You mean clean? But I bathe every day. I mean, like, your aesthetics are whack, bro.
Oh.
Should I be offended? Whoa, dude. No, I'm like, not trying to hate on you right now. I'm actually super jelly of your setup right here. I will kill for a mounted 4K TV like this at my place. Your tracking must be super precise. Seriously, man, I haven't watched your streams before. I try to keep away from the drama since I'm more of a lurker and chat, but I know, if I know you, then I'm gonna be so stoked. Holy, maybe you're one of my Oshis.
Oh.
I think I can recognize and understand some of those English terms. I just accused him of being a VTuber. Am I going to be a guest on your stream tonight? Is that why I'm here? At this, Matikas breaks out into a laugh. Santiago, my dear friend, I've no idea what you're saying anymore, but I'm confident that I'm not what you think I am. He takes off his mask and smiles widely at me. I'm simply a vampire, you see. So you're a vampire streamer! I'm dating a vampire streamer! Please have a seat, and I'll tell you why I invited you into my home. Matikas gestures towards the couch, but I stay where I am. When he sees that I don't plan to budge, he leans against the back of the cushions.
To dispel any untoward thoughts you might have about my motivations, I genuinely only approached you out of concern. I heard everything you said to yourself when I first saw you this evening.
Oh, then he must have also heard that one chaser comment I made about him.
If you're an actual vampire, have you been reading my mind this entire time?
I don't need to. Your stress is very clearly visible to the naked eye, woven into the way you carry yourself.
Ah, gee. Thanks, Matikas.
Why did it matter to you, though? Plenty of people these days have it rough out there. I'm not even in the worst position here.
We were in the right place at the right time, and something compelled me to speak to you at that moment. I had hoped that inviting you to dinner would calm your nerves.
He pauses.
Though it was after you opened up to me during our meal that I felt that, perhaps, we each had something the other might desire. I had planned to wait a little longer before bringing it up. Going around and telling everyone that you're a vampire is a quick way to make enemies, after all. But now that you know
That you're a gamer?
I have a proposition to make, and I think you may find it mutually beneficial for the both of us should you choose to accept it.
What?
Matikas' gaze flits momentarily to my neck, and I swallow nervously.
Tithe your blood to me, and in exchange, I'll ensure you spend the rest of your days in comfort.
You know, I know that he means well. I know that he means that he's gonna be taking care of us, hey, we're gonna be living comfortably with a vampire for the rest of our lives. But I'd like to imagine that he's just gonna suck us dry, right? He's just gonna suck all the blood out of us. And yep, we live comfortably for that one day. That is just so funny to think about. God.
Your debts and loss of income are trivial matters I could wave away should you accept my offer. In exchange, all I ask is for half a liter of your blood once every 2 weeks.
Matikas looks at me expectantly.
Or is something else unclear?
So you're basically offering to be my sugar daddy?
Oh my god, I first accused him of being a gamer, and now I think he wants to be my sugar daddy. Oh, Lord, pampering sugar daddy. Matikas has to grip the back of the couch for support as his unabashed guffaw nearly knocks him over.
Santiago.
You really are something. I'm not wrong, am I? I think you're still under the impression that I want something more from you than what you were already considering doing. I mean, the context will be completely different, and if Matikas really is a vampire, then he could have easily overpowered me and taken my blood by now, but he hasn't yet. I'm not asking for your blood tonight, if that's your concern at the moment.
What?
Are you sure you're not reading my mind right now? Mortals are rather predictable. After you tell them a vampire wants to bite them, you'll know when I'm using my powers. You still haven't exactly proven to me that you're an actual vampire, you know? I heard that dentists can give people extended fangs these days, so maybe his teeth aren't legit. I don't think I've personally spoken to a dentist in maybe 30 years or so. Huh? Any for your thoughts? Matikas slides off his shades with a chuckle. Oh, his eyes are red. Man, do you need something for those? Like some eye drops? I hope that suffices as proof enough for you. It's quite tiring to use these powers, so I'd rather not expend unnecessary energy if I can avoid it. If you're feeling overwhelmed at the moment, I might suggest that you retire for the night and rest. How do I know you won't try anything funny on me while I'm asleep? The locks on these doors work quite well, and I have no interest in damaging my own property. If I talk to someone in my room, will you hear me? The walls are relatively soundproof, so you'll have plenty of privacy. That's convenient, but I feel like it's missing one thing. I could just call a cab to my apartment. There's nothing stopping me from turning my back and leaving right now. Forever. And I wouldn't stop you. You've always been free to say no tonight. But there's a reason you're here, right now, of your own volition. Please, do get some rest tonight, Santiago. The guest bedroom will be down the hallway to your left, and the bathroom is across from it. I'll see you when you're awake next. With that, Matikas turns on his heel and walks away, towards his own room if I had to guess. This guy. Seriously. I guess I'll take him up on that. I find the spare bedroom Matikas was talking about and lock the door behind me. Then look around the place as I slide my jacket and mask off. A desk, a nightstand, a few posters. It's comfortably furnished with just enough personality not to feel empty, but not so much that it feels permanently lived in. Holy, is that a king-size bed? I walk over and press down on the mattress to feel the material. It's plain cotton and memory foam too? That's way too overkill for a guest bedroom. At least these aren't silk sheets.
Okay, Sir Java. I need your counsel.
I pull out my trusted companion out from my pocket and hold him in my palm. I know you've been listening this entire time. I don't think either of us expected this to go this way, but here we are. Listen, I know already. You don't have to lecture me, okay? Just, help me work through this mess. Dinner was nice. This place is nice. Matikas is not bad right now. And, maybe he was right about the change of environment. We were both suffocating back at home. You don't even pay rent, or wash the dishes, or fold laundry. You can't keep using the I don't have thumbs excuse every time. Stop distracting me and be real right now, Java. We're going to be in hot water if we don't make plans fast. I set Java down on the nightstand and flop on the bed. A recap of the events thus far, what we think of Matikas, the deal. What do we think of Matikas? You think Matikas is a good person? I think he's sus, man. Even if he hasn't forced me to do anything yet, I can change at any time. How do I know he won't ask for more than just my blood later on? This could be a blackmail attempt. Did you fall asleep during our last movie marathon, Java? I don't want to be his thrall. I like pretending I have freedom of choice. Yeah, I think he's hot. No, I am not thinking about Java! Java, stay on topic! Seriously, Java, you're supposed to be on my side. A recap of the events thus far. So to recap, I got laid off today. I have 3 weeks of severance pay to find another job. The plan was to do a few side gigs while hunting for a decent company. Unfortunately, the closest blood plasma donation post is closed. I can, just drive to another place, but it sucks! Anyways, that's the gist of the situation. Now this Matikas guy, he's got money to burn. I'm pretty sure our meal didn't cost that much, but he threw down several bills for the check and tip and walked off. And now he's offering me money for my blood because he's a vampire who needs to feed. Are you with me so far, Java? I reach over to him on the table. That's good. Okay, finally, the deal. Matikas is going to pay me for essentially the same thing. Getting jabbed with a very sharp and unpleasant thing and giving up some of my blood. Or parts of it. Half a liter of blood every 2 weeks is the standard amount an adult human can donate without adverse effects on their health. So he's not being unreasonable with how much he's asking for. So, what I'm wondering is, if that money's dirty, I don't know where it's from. Doesn't matter if the money's dirty. Java, I'm trying to do honest work here. Screw you, I've got mine mentality is what got us into this predicament to begin with. Just ask him. Okay, fine, I'll ask him tomorrow. And no, I am not looking a gift horse in the mouth, Java. Push comes to shove, I give him some blood once, and then that's it. Java, it's not that simple. The devil's in the details. The devil in the details will catch you if you don't keep an eye out for him. I stare at the rubber duck in my hand, giving him one gentle squeeze. I'm sorry if I sounded angry at you. I'm just tired of getting my hopes up all the time. Let's go to sleep, okay? I squeeze him one last time and lay down, pulling the blanket over my shoulders. Good night, Sir Java. I love you. Morning, doves? I can't hear a single card passing by. I used to mistake the call morning doves for weird owls who were up early in the morning, pretending to be roosters, but it's been so long since I last heard them. I wake up in a daze, rubbing the grogginess out of my eyes and adjusting to the unfamiliar room. Then I remember what happened last night. Right, Matikas invited me to his house and then I give myself a light pat down. Nothing sore or unusual. In fact, I think I slept pretty well, all things considered. I grabbed my glasses off the nightstand and put them on. Forgot to shower and brush my teeth last night, though. Eyes rest on Java, watching guard over the bed from where I left him last night. Morning, Java. I'm up. How are you feeling? I give him a short squeeze. Time to get social, huh? What's the game plan? You want me playing nice with him for now? Just talk about random stuff? I guess this is a good chance to ask him about vampire stuff, what's real and what's fake. Whatever you say, bestie. You better have my back, though. I flop out of bed and make my way to the door, cracking it open a little. I'm greeted by the smell of cooking. Smells like breakfast. Oh, and that's it for the demo. So that was Blend and Play. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. So this was promising. I am definitely gonna be coming back once they actually have the full game released. It was kind of funny, what they actually did with some of the placeholders. Jesus Christ. But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it, and I'm curious to see where the game's gonna go. Obviously, we're gonna be donating our blood to him, and God, some of the humor in this game was just on point. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this to bits. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.